All right, question 4 from chapter 4 reads, the chapter suggests that one way to work effectively with different personalities should everyone respect. How might a leader deal with a subordinate who is perpetually rude, insensitive, and disrespectful to others? You're going to be working with various people, in various stages of your professional life with various personalities. Some might be super friendly, pleasant to work with, might cordial relationship, might actually form friendships, outside of, business. And other ones might be, very abrasive, perhaps miserable, in one sense to work with. And how do you deal with subordinates who may be, as the question says, quote, perpetually rude, insensitive, disrespectful to others? Obviously, disrespectful, insensitive, and rude to other, employees is, unacceptable. Being a leader in an organization, you can't tolerate that. If you have a team that's afraid to speak openly or collaborate due to one or perhaps several employees who just, for one reason or another, are disrespectful, and rude and insensitive to members of the team, that should really be rooted out. Um, perhaps someone's having a bad day, or you don't know someone's, home life. They could have something, very serious going on. There was an illness that could, kind of bleed into, their professional life, where they may come across as, insensitive or rude sometimes. Perhaps that's not, always the case. But if you have somebody who's perpetually, as the question reads, perpetually rude and says disrespectful, I don't think leaders have any other option but to cut them immediately if you have the, authority to do so. Once they prove that they can't be a functioning member of a team, it's best to kind of root those things out ASAP rather than let them kind of fester and become a larger problem and affect contributing members of the team. Question 5 for Chapter 5 reads, which of the 4 elements of emotional intelligence do you consider most essential to an effective leader and why? If we look at the reading, for Chapter 5, we're going to see that 4 parts are self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Based on those 4, self-awareness, it's really emotional self-awareness, self-confidence, social awareness, empathy, service orientation, some of the bullet points they have here in the reading, relationship management, influence, bond, building, teamwork, collaboration, self-management, again, some bullet points here from the reading, trustworthiness, optimism. I think the perhaps strongest of these, at least in the industries that I've worked in and seen, is definitely relationship management. If anybody who's someone who's inspirational, who can really rally the team, to work perhaps longer hours or put in, a little more than the, 100% they normally do. Conflict management is a big one of the bullet points there, kind of leading on to, the question from chapter 4, working with different personalities. Teamwork and collaboration, also very important in emotional intelligence. I mean, you want to go to work where you're going to feel, comfortable, feel like, your thoughts are heard. You want to work with a team, although you might come from different backgrounds, in different parts of business. You want to make sure you can collaborate, work together. And if you have a leader who can develop, subordinates, even those around them more on a lateral level, inspire people to do better through influence, communicate with them, build those bonds, the bonds that, can be built that'll last, decades through business. So I think out of all of them, self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, relationship management, I think, in my personal opinion, based on question 5, would be the strongest.